Hello, hello, radio check, radio check. Radio check, radio check. Ash1 World. Cumple Montage. EVX Plays. Hello, everybody. David and Anokie Lerby. Paula, Eero, everyone is here. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Racing Statistics YouTube channel once again. I am your host, Ryan from the Riot F1 YouTube channel, and today we are here to take a look at the British Grand Prix. Yes, finally the day is here. We have seen a crazy qualifying session yesterday, an amazing session with a lot of stuff going on. It was a tough battle to the end. Eventually Max Verstappen got the pole position once again, but it was really close there. Lando Norris almost could have got it, and that is the start of a pattern. We saw it last time out in Austria. We thought perhaps that was a one-off, perhaps it was that circuit particularly, but no. I think this is clear evidence that McLaren, the new package, is definitely working. P2 and P3 for today's race, and it is just going to be insane. Welcome to my home track, says Paula999. We are glad to be here. And yeah, we are going to get to the race very close. Do you drive a car? Yes, I do. I drive a car. Oh, I haven't been asked that question in a very long time. That's a very OG kind of question. Hello. I love how the chat went crazy when Lando got the provisional pole. I think we all went crazy. The whole world went crazy for like 20 to 30 seconds. And it was a very, very close one that unfortunately didn't really quite materialize. We're now listening to a saxophone as the British anthem is going to start. Do you think Albon will get into the top 5? Well, the top 5 is definitely going to be hard, but I wouldn't be surprised if he gets some decent points. This is the first time I'm watching F1. Oh, hello, Nathan Kelsall. Good to have you here. This is not actually going to show the race, just FYI. This is just commentary and statistics and stuff. That's that's all pretty much we're going to be showing, and the racing map, but not the actual feed because, well, it's illegal. So just a heads up, just an FYI. I think Lando might go to Red Bull. Well, they have not been shy about telling the media that there's been an interest in the past few years, so I wouldn't really be surprised to see that. That would be a move that makes a lot of sense. Oh look, the French flag is up there with the planes. How many laps will there be today? Hold on, and I will let you know as soon as I have an idea of that number. Could FIA just delete Max's lap so Lando gets the pole? I don't think it works that way, Eero. But I'm sure McLaren would have tried to do something about that, definitely. Oh wow, a lot of spam. Oh yeah, just an FYI guys, if you spam, you will be banned. You will be silenced first and then you will be banned. If you are not a new viewer, if you're a recurring viewer, make sure to leave a like, make sure to it just takes a second, and it really does help us out, so that would really be good. Why do I ask recurring viewers? Because if you're new here, I wouldn't ask you just straight on to come here and like the stream if you haven't watched anything yet. I'm going to ask you later on if you think that we have earned the like and perhaps the subscribe as well. Make sure to do so later on, but I will remind you, don't to worry about that. So how are you guys doing? What are you guys do you have any questions? Where are you watching us from? All that good stuff. Mercedes, Ferrari, McLaren battle would be awesome. Yeah, Mercedes, Ferrari, McLaren, Red Bull battle would be awesome as well. Remember, Checo has to start at the back because, well, yeah, he kind of screwed it up again. Hi everyone, I'm watching from the Philippines, says Kevin. Jamaica, some Germany, Belgium from Poep Zach GA2. Huffington, England. Okay, Paula, I know where you're from. Nice, I'm in Silverstone now. Yeah, oh, that's insane. That's great. Ohio. Cambodia, Indiana, Perth, Australia, Botswana. Well, yeah, we always have people from every single corner of the world, and I absolutely love it. Brazil, England, Indonesia, Antigua, Netherlands, Silverstone. Like, there's a lot of people in Silverstone. Like, in the track, you guys are in the track listening to me. Philippines here, India, Romania, Toronto, Vietnam, Netherlands, Texas, India, Montreal, Canada. Nice. With 2 DRS zones, Czech will come up. Checo, I think you mean, will come up fast. Yeah, Sergio shouldn't have that big of a problem, but he's gonna have to negotiate traffic, and that perhaps may be an issue. UK, South Texas, in Kenya, Brazil, from Mars. That's a good spot. I don't know how to get YouTube to beam up the way up there, but yeah, sure. I'm sure that will be fun for the channel statistics. Hey, Jose. Hey, hello. How are you doing, dude? I've been doing fine. Sebring International Raceway. Well, that's a circuit and a half. I wanted to watch the 6 hours of Monza earlier today, but I mean, I just couldn't. The race was starting at 7:30 a.m. and yesterday I went to bed at like 2:30 because I had a dinner. And I just decided to, skip it. So it was also going to overlap with the race, so I wasn't even going to be able to see the whole thing. So yeah, I just figured I'll watch it in the afternoon after the race is done, and yeah, I'll see what happens then. I wasn't gonna have 4 hours of sleep because of the 6 hours of Monza. I mean, it's not like the Japanese Grand Prix say that would be worthy or something. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Should be a thrilling race. So yeah, it definitely should be. Let's see if your predictions are correct there in the end. Let's see if we get 2 Williams in the points. I would most definitely love to see that. The weather is holding and we should have a dry race. Yeah, right now the racetrack is dry and it doesn't look like it is raining. It is a bit cloudy though, but it's nothing to worry about. I still stand by my predictions. Hell yeah. They're saying 40% chance of rain now. Yeah, okay. In Formula One, when you get 80% chance, you always have to divide it by 3. It's like 30% actually. So once you get 40, you get to like, okay, it's actually like 15% chance of rain. It usually doesn't rain when you get told it's gonna. Alonso hopefully surprises. Yeah, this circuit is definitely not good for the Aston Martin. It's got a lot of not enough high speed corners. So Austria and this one with all the slow speed, it kind of kills the pace. Yesterday's Alonso's lap was a disaster in Q3. I saw it after the fact. Sliding pretty much everywhere. It was not a good lap, but it had to do. It was all he had time to do. So yeah, I think he has a bit more pace, but what we really should talk about today is McLaren. They're starting P2 and P3, which is absolutely insane. This is, of course, Oscar Piastri's first ever start, and is almost Lando Norris's best ever start. So yeah, we're going to have an intense race, but the last time when Lando Norris started on the front row, it was in the sprint race in Austria, and it really didn't end up working for him, unfortunately. So let's hope that, I mean, with 2 cars up there, it's going to be a cleaner one. No rain as well also, so that's also a factor. If Norris gets a podium today, he will be the happiest man out there, says Camelon. I don't doubt that would be the case, yeah. Definitely. Excuse, guys, the lack of a webcam for today. For those of you who were missing yesterday or who just didn't know about the channel, we always use a face cam. But yeah, yesterday we ran into some technical problems laggy feed, choppy audio. My computer was crapping out, so we decided to just turn it off, and everything was working fine. So for today, just in case, we're just gonna keep it the same. Just in case it's the connection next week, I should be somewhere else where there is a better connection, and we should get back to normal. But yeah, other than that, I think that is good enough. 5 minutes left to go. Yes, 5 minutes left to go to the formation lap indeed. I personally like Lando Norris as a driver. He gets the job done. He doesn't complain that much compared to other drivers like Lewis Hamilton. When he got P2 in Monza, he was happy, says Camelon. I tend to completely agree with what you say. He just gets his head down and does his job. He's a quick, consistent driver. I honestly have to say that at the beginning of this, well, all throughout his career, pretty much, I really did doubt him. When he was with Carlos Sainz, he just wasn't really competing with him. He had the problem at the middle of the season that he would just crap out and just be nowhere for the remainder half of the latter half of the season. But since last year, he's been really doing an amazing job. Last year, I was really worried. I thought perhaps it was that, like, Daniel Ricciardo was just extremely bad, which was the case, but not to the extent that I was thinking, and that Lando was just not extremely good, but just good enough to stay ahead of his teammate. But no, this year has shown that it's completely merited, and he is an absolutely great driver. Yeah, the drives, the defensive moves he puts in, the way he attacks, the way he just keeps it consistent. We've never heard of him complaining. That's also true. Yeah, he just gets the job done. So yeah, I think I owe him an apology, and that's already out there. And yeah, Oscar Piastri is a great second driver for the McLaren team, and I'm sure they will yeah have an interesting relationship. Let's say from next year on. Y'all think Boris Mercedes will get the top 6 today? Oof, that's a tough question. I don't think both, but I could see one of them definitely. Yes. So this is a track with a lot of corners. I always get lost here when commentating. 18 corners. Now I have the map, so that should be better. 2 DRS zones, of course, in turns, well, the start-finish straight, and from turn 5 to turn 6. And, oh, look, more spam. That's just great. There we go. Okay, hold on. Yep. I hope Norris will replace Hamilton when he retires. Yeah, I honestly can see either that. I mean, I don't think he would go to. Well, yeah, anything could happen. I could see him go into Mercedes, I could see him go into Red Bull, and I could see him go into McLaren. Pretty much every other team, I wouldn't see him go into, honestly. I think he would decide to stay at McLaren. So the compounds for today are the same as we had for yesterday, the C1, the C2, and the C3. So remember, this year they added an extra compound, the C0, which is the hardest compound ever. Well, actually C1 is the new one, and the last year's C1 was bumped down to C0. So yeah, the C1, the C2, and the C3 are going to be the tires for today. And for qualifying, we have Valtteri Bottas in P20 without a time after his problems yesterday. Kevin Magnussen will be starting in P19. Up in front, we have Nick de Vries and Zhou Guanyu, Valtteri Bottas teammate, in P17. P16 will be for Yuki Tsunoda, with Sergio Perez qualifying in 15th. Again, a really bad session for him. Logan Sargent will be starting the race in 14th place today, alongside Esteban Ocon, who impeded Lance Stroll up ahead in P12. Neither of them got a penalty for that in the end. P12 for Lance Stroll, P11 for Nico Hülkenberg. Pierre Gasly managed to make it into the top 10 in qualifying with his Alpine, and Fernando Alonso had a less than good session yesterday for Alex Albon. Will be starting in P8 alongside Lewis Hamilton in P7 with Mercedes. George Russell will be starting in 6th place next to Carlos Sainz. Leclerc, his teammate, will be up ahead in P4 with Oscar Piastri. The back McLaren in P3. The front McLaren in the front row, that's Lando Norris in P2 with Max Verstappen starting in 1st place for today's race. So we should get going with the formation lap any second now, and it's just going to be an exciting start, I can tell from now. This circuit always gives us an interesting race. And yeah, I really cannot wait to see it. Hold on. Okay. The T-Rex is out. The T-Rex has been awakened. Hello from Germany. Hi, Rainer. How are you? Jose, hey, with a donation, with a sticker. I assume Super Chats are still not working, unfortunately, there. But thank you so much for your donation. Yeah, it really means a ton. No? Oh, yeah, I was about to say no new tires available for Fernando Alonso, but actually he's got the Aston Martin still use the technique from last year. Well, they like kind of use the tires, scrub them at the start, and oh, another donation from Jose. There, the second. Is there a second donation, or is it the first one that got duplicated? Shows up as 2. So yeah, in case that's 2, thank you so much again, Jose. Yeah, really a very big help for us. And I hope you enjoyed the race. So formation lap is underway. It's so weird to see orange at the start of the grid, at the front of the grid. And yeah, let's see. The formation lap is underway. They threw turn 1. And that's another donation by, I am so sorry, I cannot say your name, with 30 Taiwanese currencies. So thank you so much. It's really appreciated. Hello, hi Depian, how are you? Those McLarens up front look so odd. Yes, they do, they definitely do, but I am all here for it. So the possible race strategies for today are a one-stop from the mediums to the hards at around the midway point of the race, or a two-stop from the softs to the mediums, to the soft, the medium stop gap at the is going to be around lap 24, and the first stop for the two-stop strategy will be at around lap 15 from the mediums, from the soft, sorry, to the mediums. Let's see what tires people are starting with. Most of them are starting with the medium, with the exception of, that is, George Russell will be starting with the soft. That is Nico Hülkenberg will be starting with the hard, Ocon with the soft, Tsunoda with the soft, and then it's going to be Nick de Vries also with the soft, and Bottas with the hard. Everyone else on the medium soft, on the medium compound tire. Yes, I'm loving it too. Let's hope they can hold up there. Yeah, imagine a McLaren double podium. That would definitely be something to talk about. Did you know? Hi, did you know? Are Apex GP film cars doing the formation lap? Oh, they should be actually, but I don't really see them. They haven't showed them either. Perhaps they did a formation lap at the end of one of the practice sessions, or not, I don't know. Honestly, I haven't seen them here. That would be wild. Yeah, that would be wild. Jam Sierra says, let's go, Norris. Yeah, okay, so we're nearing the end of the formation lap. Max Verstappen does a final burnout as he slots himself onto the pole position spot. P1 for him once again. We're now looking at the McLaren garage, all that papaya goodness there. P2 and P3. Who would have thought? Let's go, Sonny Hayes. Hell yeah. We're all Sonny Hayes fans. Go to watch the start on TV, then revert back here. Better than live Channel 4. Well, thank you so much, Paula. I know the Channel 4 commentators are pretty good, so that's a very high bar, and I do really appreciate it. We are seeing the final car. That's Valtteri Bottas slotting into his grid spot. The medical car is at the back. We are seeing a green flag, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. And we are racing. It's a clean getaway from the front. Side by side go the McLarens with, oh, and that's Lando Norris leading the race. Ahead of Max Verstappen, who's in second place, ahead of Oscar Piastri. Then we have the McLaren of Charles Leclerc, George Russell, and Carlos Sainz are right at the back there. That's Max Verstappen trying to retake that position going into turn 4 right now. Around the outside, he has the threat of the second McLaren, Oscar Piastri. He's trying to overtake the Red Bull of Max Verstappen around the outside. Around the back, we have Charles Leclerc also trying to make a move on the McLaren there, who's trying to overtake himself. All around the inside, tries to go. Oscar Piastri shows the nose into turn 6. Not enough of of a gap to make the move there, Stick. But that's around the outside once again. Just that McLaren's not letting go of that position as Lando Norris is up ahead now, almost a second clear. Almost 7 times clear of Max Verstappen, who's defending instead of attacking. Defending once again, a bit of a dirty line there. Dirty line because there was dirt on the track, not because anything dirty happened. And that's Max Verstappen still in second place, right behind Oscar Piastri there, who's still retaining that third position. Lando Norris still leads from Verstappen, Piastri, Leclerc, Russell, Sainz, Alonso, Gasly, Hamilton, and Albon's down to P10. Lance Stroll up into P11 already. Esteban Ocon up into P12. That's Nico Hülkenberg. Somebody dropped down fast. Nico Hülkenberg, Yuki Tsunoda's up into 14th place already. Logan Sargent up into 15th. That's Checo Perez down 1 place on the start. Yuki Tsunoda just got past Nico Hülkenberg for 12th place there. Who lost there? Nico Hülkenberg lost 3 places right now as Lewis Hamilton gets past Pierre Gasly and is up into 8th place once again. Pierre Gasly drops down to 9th place as Alonso is up into 7th. Sainz and Russell change positions at the start as Lando is still leading this race. And that's the record broken. That's the record of laps. Oh no, that was already broken last time out. Sorry. The record of laps led consecutively by Max Verstappen has been broken by one of the Ferraris last time out. And yeah, right now it's been broken once again by Lando Norris, who's just led a whole lap of the race. He's 0.7 of a second ahead of Max Verstappen. Max Verstappen is 1.5 seconds ahead of Oscar Piastri already. Leclerc's down 2 seconds. Russell's down 2.5 seconds. Carlos Sainz down 3 seconds. And oh no, sorry, that's the gap to the leader. My bad. That's almost a second gap from Norris to Verstappen, though. That's definitely still a thing. We're now looking at Lewis Hamilton, who's trying to get the overtake done on Fernando Alonso on the Aston Martin on P7 right now. Norris extending the gap now out of DRS range just before DRS is even enabled. So not even a chance for Max Verstappen to catch up right now with DRS and make the move. He's going to have to do it the old way. Oscar Piastri is now still less than a second to Max Verstappen. That's Leclerc 0.4 of a second to Oscar Piastri. That's less than a second as well. That's 7 tenths of a second from Russell to Leclerc. Everyone behind them is really close. The only decent-sized gap there that I'm seeing is Norris to Verstappen, who's just shrunk under a second as well, as this lap should get DRS activated. And we're going to see... we're going to see it all perhaps change very, very shortly. 0.9 of a second the gap between the two, and we are now looking at a replay of the race start. Let's see what happened there at the front. Yeah, okay, so a slow stop by Alex Albon, lost 2 places at the start, almost made the inside line and got past. I think that's the Mercedes of George Russell. That's the Alpine of Pierre Gasly. Oh, they almost collided there, the Alpine with the Mercedes of Lewis Hamilton and the Williams of Alex Albon. Let's now look at the start. Yeah, immediately Max Verstappen had a slower start and almost got passed by both of the McLarens into turn 1. Yeah, okay, so he went defensive from the get-go, but that was not enough. The Chrome McLaren was just up ahead, and Oscar Piastri was side by side almost into turn 1. He had to let him go in order not to crash, and because, well, it was Max Verstappen's corner, but he could have had him as well. So that would be a 1-2 for McLaren right now. Remember, the last time McLaren led a race was in Russia in 2019. No, sorry. 2021 that was, yeah, 2021. Okay, so 0.5 second now between the leader and second place Max Verstappen. DRS is active and everyone's almost within the DRS range. The only gaps we're seeing fall out is Sainz to Russell by 0.2 of a second, Stroll to Albon by 0.1 of a second, and then that's it. Everyone else is within the DRS. Oh, we're now seeing Leclerc drop off by 1.2 seconds from Piastri. Piastri is 0.6 of a second behind Max Verstappen. He's still getting really close. DRS is still open, and yeah, that's gonna be a hell of a battle between those three. I think the chat, yeah, I think the chat is Jose. I don't know if you guys can see it or if it's just me. Jose Martinez's donation is still up there. I think that might have bugged out. So 52 laps for the person who asked there. 52 laps is what we're gonna have here. Lando Take My Energy says Ken Lippett. Yeah, this is just insane. 0.3 of a second is now the gap as Max Verstappen closes in even more. But I don't think it's going to be an easy overtake around here. The pace of the McLaren is just, yeah, it's insane. It's really, really good. And they are 1.5 seconds already clear of Leclerc in P4. Those two McLarens are on pure pace leading this race. Good thing Piastri went away from Alpine. My God, what that could have been. DRS open once again. Max Verstappen 0.7 of a second behind Norris. 1/10 of a second, sorry, behind Norris. He goes around the inside. He makes the move into turn 6, where he almost got overtaken in lap 1 by Oscar Piastri. Lando Norris is not going to get that, let that position go that easily. But I think that's the overtake done, and does it for Max Verstappen. He is going to get attacked, though. We're just going to have to hope that it's later on rather than earlier on. Let's see, George Russell, we are now looking at in P5 behind Charles Leclerc, 0.3 of a second. Those Ferraris just do not have that good of a race pace right now compared to the top 3 racers. That's Sector 1 purple for George Russell. Oh, look at that defensive move by Charles Leclerc as oh my God, as George Russell tries to get the overtake done at the end of the back straight in turn 15. Around the inside they go. Oh, Carlos Sainz is joining the fight. So we have Leclerc, Russell and Sainz all in a bit of a train, all looking for the overtake, looking for the spot, same as Verstappen, B, Norris, B, Piastri right now. That's Lando Norris, 0.7 of a second now behind Max Verstappen, and that's Piastri 0.7 of a second behind his teammate Lando Norris, who is right now in 2nd place as Max Verstappen extends the gap a little bit. If that's not moving under braking, I don't know what is. Russell, yeah, I was just thinking the same thing as they came into turn 16 last lap. Charles Leclerc made a bit of a dirty move, I would say. Oh, and that's Lewis Hamilton once again trying to get past Fernando Alonso. We go into across turn 7. DRS open for Lewis Hamilton coming into turn 6, and that was just not enough to make the move there. Alonso's holding on to that P7 for dear life. 301 kilometers an hour for Lewis Hamilton as they come into turn 9 there. $52 laps here. What's the next race after Silverstone? Yao Ming asked. I don't know if you're the real Yao Ming. I would really doubt that. But the next race is going to be the Hungarian Grand Prix. Oscar has been told to hold position. He's called in position. We go together. Lando Norris has been told, so Piastri is not going to attack Norris for 2nd place. That's Yuki Tsunoda losing 1 place. That's Checo Perez, I think, doing a double overtake of Logan Sargent and Yuki Tsunoda. Checo Perez up into 13th place right now. Yeah, lap 7 right now of 52. We are still seeing Max Verstappen lead. The DRS gap is almost gone now. 0.911 seconds from Verstappen to Norris. Well, the gap has just shrunk to 7:10. So as long as he can keep it on the DRS, that's Lewis Hamilton going around the inside of Fernando Alonso, going for the overtake into turn 6. He didn't manage to do it last lap, but he definitely could do it this time out. That's Fernando Alonso down into 8th place, and now looks like he's maybe under attack by the Alpine of that's Pierre Gasly. Now, that's not a good weekend for Aston Martin so far, and it just keeps getting worse. Let's see, Checo Perez right now, P13. What happened there with the overtake? He went around the inside of Nico Hülkenberg, and that's how he got that position. Yeah, but Nico lost a lot of places after that. Nico's down into P16. This is a very old move. Okay. Oh, that's a bit of a carbon fiber bit flowing off. Yeah. Off from, oh, that's the end plate. That's Nico Hulkenberg's end plate already out. What's it with Haas end plates? There's always a Haas end plate flying off a front wing. That's Nico Hulkenberg coming into the pits. I think that's his race over pretty much. This could be a very early two-stop strategy if he's on the mediums. If he were to fit the hards and then the softs, I think he could make it to the end of the race. Max Verstappen radio, cars pulling a bit weird. Yep, wind is fairly variable, Max. Okay, so Verstappen's complaining about the wind changing and tugging and pulling on his car. It seems that that's the same for everyone. That's 1.2 seconds now, the gap between Verstappen and Lando Norris. The gap has been extended to past DRS. But Norris and Piastri are still in a land of their own. That's 3 seconds. The gap to Leclerc in P4, then it's Russell, then it's Sainz. Russell still not past Leclerc with the soft tire that if he keeps attacking Leclerc, he's gonna eat up very quickly right now. Looking at Alonso being chased by the Alpine of Pierre Gasly. Since Lewis Hamilton's overtake, there hasn't been much of a change in the gap between those two, but we are going to have to see DRS is open for Pierre Gasly as he tries to get the move done on Alonso into the back straight. Wind gusts up to 35 kilometers an hour. Russell gets those, so that may destabilize some cars. We may see some spinning if the wind continues to be like this, or perhaps, yeah, some cars losing the rear or something like that. Yeah, Fernando has no pace. Yeah, he has no pace. Absolutely none. 0.5 of a second, the gap between Alonso and Gasly. So right now, they went from fighting the Red Bulls 2 races ago to fighting the Alpines and defending from Williams. A big drop. Let's see now, 1.1 seconds, the gap between Norris and Verstappen. So Norris can hold his own there. Oh, we may get some rain, guys. We may get some rain. Yeah, there's a chance of rain coming in from turn 7. Coming on from turn 7, that's the start of the well, that's pretty much, yeah, the end of the first sector. We may actually get some rain in just 1 or 2 laps, apparently. Oh man, this is definitely gonna be interesting. Perez has to make his way through traffic, says Procra. Procoa? I didn't really get to see it that well, but yeah, up to P13 he goes. At this rate, I would say Aston Martin are gonna be lucky if they get points. Yeah. Norris almost within the RS. Once again, he's keeping that gap or another extra lap. That's Ocon coming into the pits. Ocon is pitting. Oh, I think they are going to retire the car. Yep, Ocon is out. He has retired the car. Yeah. Okay, that's Ocon out of the race. Our first DNF here. We are now on board with Lewis Hamilton. We are going to see, I think, a replay of the Fernando Alonso overtake for some reason. Yep, around the inside once again, up into turn 6. Okay, Ocon is out. Yeah, Eero, Ocon is out. Let's see, lap 10 of 52 underway. current soft tire window, pit window, is from lap 11 to 17. So the guys on the softs could start pitting now, but I don't think they will. I think they will hold off for as long as they can because, well, we may have rain incoming in just 1 or 2 laps. Verstappen radio? Some light rain in 2 to 3 minutes, in 2 to 3 minutes that would last 4 to 5 minutes. So will that be enough to wet the circuit, enough for inters at least in some part of the circuit, or is that going to be just barely enough for the drivers to keep on with slicks? What position is Hayes? Hayes moves up into P20 with Ocon's retirement right now. Lando needs a miracle to win. Oh, the gap is extended a little bit. Yeah, it's up by 0.4 of a second. Oof, that's... Yeah, I think that's Verstappen starting to push a little bit more. The cloud is being blown away from the circuit and should just miss it, Karun Chandok says. We may not get any rain after all. Which team is he? Oh yeah, that's a joke because it's there's a Formula One, well, not official, but a Formula One movie that's being filmed with Brad Pitt. And this weekend they were actually going to have they have a pit box. And they have shown some renders of a car, but I don't really know if that even came to anything or not. Let's see. I think it's APX something. There we go. APX GP is on the grid. Yeah, okay, so we saw the car there on the grid. It's a Formula 2 with some Formula 1 front wings and such. And yeah, that was Brad Pitt there with, well, not Brad Pitt actually, someone else. But yeah, he's up there with, he was there in the grid at the start of the race. So yeah, we're now looking at Lance Stroll versus Checo Perez. Lance Stroll is right now in P11. Checo Perez is in P12. Not much is going on with this race right now. The rain didn't come, I think. Yep, I don't think it's gonna be enough to send a F2 car with an F1 shaped body. Yep, that's right, ABC Jelly. Yeah, okay, so I don't think we're gonna get rain, and if we get some rain, it's not gonna be enough to affect the actual race. And goes in Checo Perez overtake. That's overtaking Lance Stroll. Norris radio. Can we make Plan A work currently? Norris says yes, I think so for sure. So he's just not worried in the slightest. Yeah, 2.3 seconds now the gap between Verstappen and Norris. So I think the pace gap is just too big. So yeah, I wouldn't expect for there to be a battle for the lead actually, unless something really wrong happens at the front. Let's see, Alonso versus Hamilton. Hamilton is gaining about, Alonso's losing about 1.5 tenths to 2 tenths average per lap. That's already 2.4 seconds behind the Mercedes. Yeah, Alpine is still 4 tenths of a second behind Alonso. He has for the last 5 to 6 laps. If Verstappen pits, Norris will follow. Piastri will stay out to hold Max. Yeah, that would make a lot of sense. That would make a lot of sense, but I don't think that will be enough. They are on the same tire. I don't think... Oh, Verstappen radio? Wind is making it difficult to drive at the moment. Understood. Okay, so he's complaining about the wind again. Norris and Piastri are on the same strategy, so I don't think the objective is to win the race. I would say it is to stay put and to take as many points as possible. And that would be, I mean, a double podium would be more than enough, I think, for them. They don't need to get in with the strategy to... Because if they were to leave Piastri out for longer, to hold out Max, he would have probably have to start on the hard compound tire to make it a longer first stint. But yeah, Plan A is still on the works for McLaren, at least for Lando Norris. We will see what that is when we come to it. Around lap 24 is the gap, is the pit window when it opens for the medium runners, which is pretty much everyone right now. Is Hamilton catching the Ferraris? Let me check the gaps. I don't think so, no. The gap is 3 seconds between Hamilton and Sainz. It's remained pretty much the same for a few laps now. Russell still hasn't been able to overtake Charles Leclerc, and Carlos Sainz is yet to make a move on George Russell, as we're now seeing a replay of George going a bit wide and scraping the bottom of his car. Why so pressed about Lewis, bro? What? I might say his name, even if it's completely neutral like it is right now. People tell me that I hate him or that I love him or that something or other. I literally just said his name. I said he's not catching up to Carlos Sainz, because that's what we see right now here on the screen. The gap is around 2.6 seconds. He may be making a bit of a... Yeah, he may be shrinking the gap a little bit, but not by much. Light drizzle, Max Verstappen says. Norris track limits violation against Jose Martinez. Oh, okay. That may be a black and white flag come the next violation as they come through turn 14 right now and into the third sector. Will Alonso catch Hamilton? Doesn't seem likely. 3.4 seconds the gap between those two, and Alonso is losing ground to Gasly. So no, I wouldn't say that Alonso is in a position to catch up to Hamilton. Is it raining? Max Verstappen reported light drizzle. When he said so, he was at around the turn 9, 10. So that's, yeah, the second sector of the track. So we may start to see a little bit of drizzle there from, yeah, turn, I would say 8, 9, 10, but I don't think it's going to be enough to affect the race at all. Now, Russell with a track limits violation, says Jose. Okay. Well, now, if you have enjoyed the race so far, if you were new to the channel, now it's the time where I'm going to ask you to leave a like. If you enjoyed the commentary so far, if you enjoyed the coverage and interacting with the chat, whatever, yeah, sure, make sure to do so. It really does help us out a ton. Does Norris have 5-second penalty? Not yet, no. He still has to exceed the track limits 2 more times. Probably just sweat. Oh, remember that one? It was in Catalonia, in Spain, when Russell was going through the second sector in the exact middle of the track. He was complaining about, well, there was just, his visor was wet. And it was really weird, because why would it rain there and not in the outsides of the circuit? And then he was like, oh no, yeah, it was wet. We're now looking at George Russell perhaps going for a more serious attempt of an overtake on Charles Leclerc right now. P4, the gap is 0.2 of a second. He went for it, but he just couldn't make it stick. Checo Perez is up into 10th place past Alex Albon. Yeah, Leclerc still holding on to that P4 for now. Tell us when Russell's trying to pass Sainz. I mean, the thing is, it's all the time. So unless it's a really close move or something, I'm not gonna really comment on it. Now looking at a replay of Perez on Albon. How many laps in total for this Grand Prix? That's 52 laps. Now looking at, Perez overtaking around the inside of the Williams. Any penalty yet? No penalties yet. Hamilton catching Sainz. Oh yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. The gap is shrinking bit by bit. The gap is now down by a second, so it's closing at around 2 tenths per lap, I would say. 2 to 3 tenths per lap. So Hamilton is indeed catching Carlos Sainz. Weather update, please. When I get one, I will tell you guys, but so far, nothing. We're coming up on the pit window for softs. We're coming onto the pit window for mediums. The pit window for softs has been open for a few laps now. Has been on since lap 16. That's 2 laps ago, and the gap for the window, for the medium runners, opens in lap 24, pretty much. Ocon retired because of a hydraulic fail. Whoops, Ocon out. Then Mancheco's having fun dropping in Q3, then grabbing the podium in the end. Yeah, he's trying to do F1 2023 challenges there. Start from the back of the grid and then make your way up to the podium. He's now trying to close in on Pierre Gasly, who's on P9 right now. Carlos Sainz radio. We are thinking of Plan B. What was Plan B? I think I forgot. I'll let you know. Yeah, okay. The plans are no longer clear with Ferrari. Remember when they've had like Plan Q? We're going with Plan K. We're going with Plan S. That was insane. So Russell is on used softs. Like actually used softs. Box. Leclerc's coming in. Leclerc is coming in, so they may be going for a 2-stop. Depends on the tire that they fit right now. And that's Leclerc, that's Russell, free to push up ahead. Russell with used tires, used softs, is right now quicker than Leclerc. Let's see, what are they fitting on? That's a new set of hards. I think that's going to try and be it for the end of the race. Yeah, the hard tire, I think, can go to the end of the race. Right now, it may be a bit tricky for the last few laps, but if they manage it correctly, I think that could definitely be a strategy. Pitting in the next few laps for, the hard, and that's the pit window for the medium goes, from lap 21 to 27. So it's just a little bit early. He's going to have to manage a bit at the end. But other than that, I think it's going to be good. Oh, that's Gasly going around the inside. Nope, not enough. On Fernando Alonso, that was. As they come into the second sector. Right now, Russell, free to push up ahead. Rain is coming, says Manos Men. Verstappen radio, I saw Ferrari pit. I guess we just stick to our strategy. Yep, no concern for the moment, Max. Yeah, they are really not competition. The Ferraris are just in a completely different league. Norris and Piastri still holding strong. 5 seconds ahead of George Russell is Piastri's P3 McLaren. Penalty for Ocon, 5 seconds for doing the post-race interview too early. Well, Alonso Ocon broke the record last time out with all the post-race penalties. We didn't talk about that in the end. Ocon broke the record for most penalties in a single race. Took the crown from Mr. Maldonado. I don't know if you guys got to meet Mr. Maldonado. He was a bit of a situation, let's say. And yeah, he got the record. If Russell pits now, Leclerc will be ahead by 0.3 of a second. 0.4 of a second now. How many laps can you do at this pace? Norris gets asked. I'm happy. It's consistent. I can maintain this for now. Okay, so Norris can keep this pace right now. Leclerc is going much faster with the hard compound tires in the place that he is now. And perhaps we're starting to see some blistering and some graining from George Russell. Those tires are just not enough now. Starting to fall apart, and I think Russell should stop because he's losing time to Leclerc. Max Verstappen, fastest lap of the race at 132.295. Wait, who got 4 penalties? I was talking about Ocon. Where's the face cam? Today is off. We've had some technical problems yesterday, and for today we just decided to keep it off just to be completely sure. It will be on for the next race, the Hungarian Grand Prix. Don't worry about that. 4 penalties? Yeah, he got 4 post-race penalties, I think. Yeah. Yeah. Why is Hulkenberg so slow? Because he had to stop at the start to change a front wing, and that pretty much ruined this race. 2012 Spanish Grand Prix is the best race ever. I am Moses Vibe lyrics. That was a really good one. That was a really, really good one. Definitely one of the greatest of all time. And then the fire at the Williams pit garage. That was just a shame. But to this day, Williams's last race winner ever is Pastor Maldonado. That's just a fact. Them's the facts. Gonna awake the dinosaur once again. There we go. So we're voting Ghostguard as driver of the day today, lads. That would be a very sweet gift. Yeah, I would be on board for that. That's for sure. Rain will miss the track. Yeah, if we haven't had rain yet, that's just not gonna happen. So don't worry about the rain, guys. It's not coming unless I say so. But that would be very unlikely. Talking about Pastor, yes, we're talking about Pastor. His Mjolnir was his car, and he threw it into every single other car that he could and destroyed everything. My God, what a racer! Let's see, Alonso still holding on to Piastri. If Russell pits now, he will be ahead of Leclerc. Okay, so the gap is now extending 1/10 of a second ahead of Leclerc. If everything goes according to plan during the pit stop, I think they will see if they can extend the gap to 1 or 2 seconds just to be sure. If anything goes wrong with the stop, if they have a slightly slower stop to not lose that position. And yeah, I think as soon as that happens, they will pit. We're now on board with Lewis Hamilton, who's catching up Carlos Sainz. 1.1 seconds now, the gap between those two, almost within the DRS range. Alonso's 5 seconds behind as Gasly slips in a little bit behind as well. I wouldn't be surprised if Gasly decides to go for the undercut or the overcut, depending on what Alonso does in the next few laps. How much overtaking on Silverstone, says Cranky Bullion? Yeah. Max added into this lips is Joshua Samson. Max doesn't kill the fun. He is just better than others. Why this hate towards Max? He never heard that when Lewis and all Schumacher dominated the races. Oh yeah, I definitely did. I definitely did. Not with Schumacher. I wasn't a Formula One fan back then, but with Vettel, with Hamilton, with Verstappen, yeah, we definitely did. In this very chat as well. Hold on, some news about Alpine. Yep, hydraulic leak. Yeah, everything was just bad with that. Gasly, yeah, Gasly, well, the theory is that Alonso's playing with Gasly. I don't think he would do that. I don't think he would do that. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised to see him do that, but what I'm saying is I don't think that is the case right now. My bad, sorry. Got a bit of a sore throat situation going on. I wasn't even born in the Schumacher era. Holy. How old are you, Ash One World? Can any team other than Red Bull win a race this year? I was looking like Aston Martin could, but right now doesn't really seem like it. Schumacher wasn't liked too much either, but he earned their respect. Doubt Max will do the same given Horner and the other guy running their mouths. That has nothing to do with Verstappen. I mean, that's perhaps you could like disrespect the Red Bull team because you don't like them, but Max Verstappen has done everything right, so I don't think that really makes a lot of sense. I mean, I don't know. People don't disrespect Fernando Alonso because Ron Dennis didn't like him in 2007. Doesn't really make much sense there. So Norris has been asked, how many laps can you keep this pace for? And he said, I think it's consistent. I think I can keep it. So yeah, for now, he's staying out as Zhou Guanyu comes into the pits. And we are now seeing Charles Leclerc catch up to Paris Lance Stroll on the back Alpha. Oh my god, Aston Martin in P11. Zhou Guanyu comes into the pits. Let's see if it's a good stop or not. 2.9, a very clean stop. And he's already out. Yeah, Leclerc is getting tangled with traffic. That's the perfect opportunity. If he loses 1 or 2 seconds trying to get past Stroll, that would be a good spot for Russell to stop if he's struggling with those tires, which I wouldn't be surprised if he is. He's on very old, soft, used tires. That's almost the halfway point of the race. Yeah, this is actually the halfway point of the race. Damn, Russell, dude, he's pulling a gap to Carlos Sainz. Oh, okay, and that is Stroll overtaken. The Aston Martin could not hold his ground, and that's P11 for Leclerc already with the hard tires. Podium will be full orange, and I would be happy to see that. Do I have? Oh, I don't think I have my McLaren hat here. Damn. Well, I would have put that one on. Oh, I don't have a camera on today. Yeah, okay, that wouldn't have made a difference. Perez isn't catching up to Gasly at all. The gap is 2 seconds. The gap is 2 seconds. He's catching up, but not fast. Sorry, guys. My throat is... I don't know if it's allergies or what. Whew. Sainz, box. Sainz is coming in, guys. The second Ferrari is stopping. gonna take something for my allergies just in case. I don't want my throat to close in the middle of the race. That would be unwise. Um, let's see. Oh, wow, a bit of a lock up there from the Ferrari coming into the pit lane. Anything new? No, nothing new really. Okay, so that's a new set of hard tires going in, of course, predictably, and that's a good stop. 2.4 seconds. That's a really good stop. Stops are getting faster and faster. Yeah, that's good. Let's see, where does he come out? Behind Stroll. 4 seconds behind Stroll. What happened to the Ferrari stop? Nothing. It went smooth. It went good. Yeah, that's a surprise, isn't it? We were all expecting for something to go wrong, but it didn't. It really didn't. Hey, Squidgy, how are you? RS as well. Hi. Haven't seen you guys. Weather report, please. Cloudy, not raining. How are the hard tires looking on others Norris has? Hard tire doesn't look amazing, but it's our best option, he gets told. Okay, so they're going to extend the medium as long as they physically can, and then when it's no longer something that's that's able to hold a lap time, then they will fit the hard compound tires, I think. The only front runners, let's say, that are pitted are Leclerc and Sainz, and no one else has reacted to that. So looks like it was really not the best move. Hi, bro. Hi, Squidgy. Has Albon pitted? Nope. The only drivers to have stopped are Leclerc, Sainz, now the Prix, Tsunoda, and Zhou. And well, of course, Hülkenberg at the start. Oh, and Hülkenberg also started on the hard tire. That's a bad one. Because if he had started on the medium, he would just fit the hards and go to the end of the race. But then he's gonna really struggle with the mediums to the end. Damn. Because you cannot, you have to put at least two different types of tire during a race. Otherwise, you get disqualified. So if you fit a medium set, a set of hards, and then a set of hards, you have to come in a second time to fit a set of mediums, yeah, or a set of softs. Otherwise, you're gonna get disqualified. Russell, box, box, box. Russell's coming in. Finally, Alonso pulling a gap from Gasly. Someone said there in the chat. I don't know if Alonso's pulling a gap or if Gasly's just letting it go a little bit because he's defending from Checo Perez at the back. Checo is coming into the pits. Okay, Perez is pitting right now, as Russell is as well. That's a new set of mediums, I would say, for Russell. Good, decent. Stop 3.9. Remember, Ferrari's was 2.2. So that could just make the difference here. Yep, and that did make the difference. That definitely did make the difference. That's Russell behind Carlos. Oh, no, but in front of Lance Stroll, crucially. That's Piastri coming into box. The front runners are all reacting to each other's stops now. Perez comes out with soft tires in P13. Okay, that's a strategy, I guess. Yeah, so Russell comes out in front of Lance Stroll. That puts him in a good position to attack Charles Leclerc once again, but he is, yeah, behind. He was looking really good, but that stop was just 2 seconds too long, I think. 1 or 2 seconds too long. That's Piastri coming in. We're seeing the McLaren crew rush out. Let's see, Oscar Piastri. He's gonna fit the hearts, of course he is. Let's hope it's a good stop. Come on. Yes, good stop. A bit of front wing adjusting as well. 2.4. That's a great stop. That's a very good stop. And yeah, that puts him behind Alonso, behind Gasly as well, but in front of Alex Albon, as Carlos Sainz gets the new fastest lap of the race, with Logan Sargent coming into the pits as well. George Russell's gone to the mediums. Yes, okay, so from the soft to the mediums, that's going to be an easy push to the end. I think we're going to have to watch out for George Russell because that tire is the best one, I think, right now. We're now seeing Carlos Sainz overtake Lance Stroll. Carlos Sainz moves up into 10th place. Guys, come on. Do I have to tell you that if you spam, you're gonna get banned? Well, you're gonna get silenced first for 300 seconds. Then you're gonna get banned if you continue to spam. Piastri boxed. Yeah, I told you guys. A good stop. Did Piastri put, Piastri put on hearts, yes. Hearts for Piastri. So prediction after the stop, Sainz is ahead by 0.7 of a second if Hamilton pits now. We're now looking at Russell. Hamilton has clean air up ahead. And Sainz is in front of Stroll, so he's also got some clean air up to Russell. He lost a lot of time there. He lost a lot of time trying to get past the Aston Martin, as Perez now sets the new fastest lap of the race with those soft tires. 2-lap-old softs for Perez right now, as we are lap 31 of 52 of this race. We were past the halfway point. That's George Russell going around the outside on Leclerc, and no, not enough. Not enough to make a move into turn 6. Around the outside. Oh, he goes around the outside. He manages to make it. And to make it stick, Russell, holy, I didn't see that one coming. Through turn 7, takes the outside line and gets past. And Leclerc's re-attacking now. Yeah. Okay, George Russell up in front of Leclerc. And DRS open on Gasly, on an overtake on Gasly. That's Oscar Piastri getting past the Alpine. And Aston Martin is up next as the Alpine. Pierre Gasly comes into the pits right now. I wouldn't be surprised to see Alonso come into the pits in the next lap. That's Verstappen, Norris, Hamilton, Alonso, Albon, who have yet to pit. Everyone else from the front has, from the top 10, I mean. Stroll's also coming in, by the way. Oh, he's fitting softs. Okay, so they are going to see if they can fit softs on Aston Martin to avoid the hards. That's a good strategy as well, yeah. 2.3 second stop from Stroll. That's a really good stop once again. He comes out behind Magnussen. I was going to say in front of Magnussen, but Magnussen just went past. He's going to be behind them, and he's going to have to overtake. But with new soft tires, I think that's going to be good. Oh, that's a blown Haas. Oh, that's on fire. The Haas is on fire. That's Kevin Magnussen, who's on fire right now. Okay, I think we're going to get a safety car. Engine died, yeah. The second time there's been an engine problem for one of the Haas there, and that's going to be great for those who haven't stopped yet. Right now we are under VSC, virtual safety car. Let's see if the full-on safety car gets deployed. Max Verstappen. Kevin Magnussen is out of the car safely. Yeah, okay, so everyone's diving into the pits. Those who didn't. No, Alonso's not. Alonso's not stopping. That's Albon. That's Leclerc. Both of them are stopping, and perhaps Alonso's waiting for a full-on safety car. Norris is also coming in. Norris box. New set of mediums for Leclerc. Oh, that's a bit of an unsafe release, I would say. Right behind Alex Albon. Barely ahead, and now Perez goes in front. Perez up into 8th place. Bottas coming in. Mercedes, Hamilton gets told to box this lap. That's Bottas and Tsunoda also both coming in. The Prix is also coming in. 3.1 second stop for Tsunoda, 2.4 for Nick de Vries. Max Verstappen's also coming in at the end of this lap. Full on safety car. Full safety car right now. Okay, so let's see what happens now. Okay, Norris also comes in. Full safety car has been deployed. That's softs for Max Verstappen. That is going to be what's going to happen for McLaren. Let's see what tires he fits. 2.7 second stop for Max Verstappen. Good stop. McLaren coming in. That's going to be a new setup. Is that Hards? I think that's Hards. Let's see. Mercedes coming in. That's Lewis Hamilton, gets on off the mediums and into the softs. Alonso also coming in, 3.2 second stop for Lewis Hamilton. Alonso is in. Let's see what he fits. Are they going to show him? Piastri has just lost a place to Hamilton. Piastri has just lost a place to Hamilton. 2.6 second stop for Alonso. That's a good stop. And is he going to be out ahead of Sainz? Oh, he is. Oh, he is. Alonso's effectively ahead of the Ferraris right now. Right behind Russell. Hamilton ahead of Piastri. Piastri dropped off the podium right now. Down to 4th place. Russell up into 5th. Carlos Sainz radio. The position and the tire they are in. Quickly. Yeah, okay, so he's getting told some technical information, Carlos Sainz there. Stay out, he gets told. Yeah, Carlos is out on used hearts, but he's not coming in. They are not dropping any more positions. That's Zhou coming in as well. Yeah, I think McLaren put hearts on their cars because that's all they had. I don't think they had a usable soft compound tire for this race, as they are now pushing away the car of Kevin Magnussen. What happened to Magnussen? Let's see. Yeah, okay, so Stroll was in for an overtake, and that's the engine just blown. Easy. Yeah, okay, so that's just what Zach Brown confirmed. They had no new set of softs, and they decided to fit a new set of tires, which was the hards. Let's see if that pays out, or if perhaps Mercedes can do something about it. So I think there's just gonna be a few more laps. They perhaps need to put some sand or something on the circuit, not sand, but some of that you know what I mean. To get the oil off, to get the fluids off the circuit, and then after that, I think we are going to get the safety car in. The car has been cleared off the track right now. Kevin Magnussen safe and back in the pit box. So yeah, I think that's pretty much gonna be it. Another engine failure for Haas. So what's new? XD, says Jose Martinez. Yeah. Russell radio. Yeah, that is okay. So Russell's been told what's the situation up ahead. That's Piastri. Ahead of him, that's Lewis. And he's like, what, did Lewis box? And he was like, yeah, okay. He stopped under the safety car after you. He got more track position. That was a guaranteed safety car. I mean, as soon as the car was stopped there, I was like, okay, yeah, I mean, you shouldn't come in under VSC. You should wait a lap. And in the next lap, it's either still gonna be VSC or it's gonna be full safety car. And it was full safety car, so it was a good call to wait a little bit. This will be an interesting finish, as Todd. Yeah, definitely. Verstappen, Norris, Hamilton, Piastri, Russell, Alonso, Sainz, Perez, Albon, and Leclerc is the top 10 right now. Are lapped cars gonna unlap themselves? Or I don't think we have any lapped cars. Yeah, no, we don't have any lapped cars. Why Norris hard? Because they had that's the only compound tire that they had new. Other than mediums, but they couldn't fit mediums. So they decided to go with the new hards rather than the used softs. That's so cute. Oscar Piastri's family. Luis is a beast. Mercedes just needs to get him a car he deserves. Says Natalie. Everything PMP. Hamilton will get Norris. Russell might get Piastri's cranky bullion. I don't think Hamilton would get Norris. I think Russell may get Piastri. I think Piastri may get Hamilton. I don't know. The pace is real on the McLarens. It's just gonna come down to racecraft. So perhaps Piastri cannot get Hamilton. It may finish the way it is right now. When's the safety car coming in? I would assume this lap. I wouldn't be surprised if safety car comes in this lap. We're right now lap 36 of 52. Why going hard when it's literally 15 laps to go? At least want no medium again or even soft, because if they put mediums again, they will have to stop again. You need to use two different compounds on a dry track. They cannot fit the mediums again, and I just said the softs were used. They decided to go with a new compound instead of a used one. And yeah, that's the decision they took. As on a crane, yeah, it's getting onto on the flatbed right now. How can a whole team of strategists decide that hard is probably better for 20 laps if Russell is 27 laps on softs and quicker than Hamilton? Well, you don't know how the state of the soft tire was. Perhaps it was a qualifying used soft, a heavily used soft, that could be perhaps decent for 10 laps, but not more than that. You don't know that. They know that, and that's why they are a team of strategists. They decided that was the best decision. Yeah, so Norris is complaining about the tires right now. Because Hamilton is on used softs behind, but we don't know the condition of the softs on Norris's car. Yeah, I mean, they decided that was the best move to do. Right now, I would say that's not it, but we really do just have to wait and see what's going on, because, yeah, I mean, the safety car is going on for longer than expected. One extra lap at least. This is going to leave us with less laps of running. Ferrari strategies haven't made the best decisions in a few years, though. Oh yeah, Ferrari strategies are just the worst. Yeah, that's just a complete clusterfuck. And today wasn't any different, I think. Oh, Joe's in the pits again. Hold on. Joe's into the pits once more. Is he gonna retire the car? Will McLaren on hards be faster than Mercedes on softs? I doubt it. But the McLarens have to defend, and the Mercedes have to attack. So that's I think decent. I don't know. if McLaren can get the hearts up to temperature, I think that would be good enough to hold position to the end of the race, perhaps. But yeah, as the safety car becomes longer and longer, it's a worse and worse choice to have fit the hards, honestly. Yep. Yeah, the hard tires are, I mean, they are hard to, pun intended, they are hard to warm up, and they really needed that safety car to be much briefer than it's being right now. We've had already 5 laps of safety car, I think. One more lap behind the safety car. Okay. We are status 4 until the end. Carlos Sainz gets told. Yeah, fuck it. I will push, guys. Oh. Okay, Carlos Sainz is on 10-lap-old hards. Yeah, he's gonna have to hold off Checo Perez the most he can, and perhaps get past Fernando Alonso if he can do it. But it's gonna be hard. It ended up being a hard weekend for Ferrari again. Look at them, P7 and P10. My God. Safety car, is it gonna be in this lap? It has to be in this lap. Come on, how long can you keep it out? I think it's gonna be in this lap. Should be. Jesus Christ, surely this lap, man. His Haskell, yeah. Okay, safety car ending, surely, in this lap. Yes, 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 yes. Is safety car good or bad for softs? Good, really good. You can like not use them at all, not warm them up, not nurse them until the safety car is ending, and it's as if you hadn't used them for those laps, pretty much. Yeah, safety car is ending. They're just across the first sector into the second. Race control, safety car in this lap. Good. Safety car ending? Yes, it is ending. We're gonna have 15 laps of racing. Balls to the walls, let's say. And yeah, let's see what happens. Safety car track limits. He's gonna get a 5-second penalty there. How did Hamilton go from P7 to P3? It was because of the safety car. He pitted late. Okay, so we are going again. Max Verstappen's pushing. At the end of turn 15. Behind this, Norris, Hamilton, Piastri, Russell, Alonso, Sainz, Perez, Albon, and Leclerc rounds out the top 10. Behind them, we have Gasly, Stroll, Sargent, Bottas, Tsunoda, De Vries, Hülkenberg, Zhou, and Magnussen and Ocon are out. Let's see. Lewis Hamilton looks to be attacking Lando Norris into turn 1. Max Verstappen just getting away there. The gap is already over a second. That's out of DRS. That's Lewis Hamilton attacking the vulnerable McLaren, I want to say, with those hard tires. Are they up to temperature? I don't really think they are. He's going a little bit wide there, Lando Norris, trying to go the defensive line there trying to break the slipstream into turn 6. Hamilton goes around the outside. Lando Norris closes the door. They leave it into turn 7. Hamilton, is he going to go around the outside? Is he going to go around the outside? No, he's going to abort that overtake into turn 8. He's got DRS. DRS is not available, I think, right now, though. But with the slipstream around the outside, is it going to be enough into turn 9? No, it is not. He manages to hold off Lewis Hamilton for one extra corner there. Piastri still holding off George Russell. Alonso's at the back. Then it's Sainz, Perez, Albon, and Leclerc still. No positions have changed right there. Oh, that's very aggressive from the Red Bull, trying to get past the McLaren of Carlos Sainz. Then up ahead is Fernando Alonso, who is... What's that? Oh yeah, that's okay. That's behind the other McLaren. That's Albon. Yeah, okay. No. What's that? Is that Russell? Oh yeah, that's Russell. I saw some blue. And it's the color blue of the numbers. I was completely dumbfounded by that. That's Max Verstappen with the new fastest lap of the race, 2.1 seconds already clear of Lando Norris, who's still holding off Lewis Hamilton behind. Then Oscar Piastri still in P4, George Russell holding on to that 5th place, Alonso still holding on to P6, and everyone behind them as well. Carlos Sainz is more defending from Perez than attacking Alonso right now. Perez not able to get past. Let's see once again Hamilton into turn 6. That's a bit further back than it was last lap, but is he gonna have the line on the inside on turn 7, side by side on the outside? They go into turn 8. Oh my god, this is insane. Same engine, so same straight line speed. Hamilton's behind into turn 9. Great driving. Great driving. Turn 15 incident involving Stroll noted, leaving the track and gaining an advantage. Oh, what happened there with Stroll? Russell team radio? That McLaren is so quick on those hards. Impressive. Yes, it is. It is impressive. Come on, Lando, you can do it. Of course you can. He's pretty much the leader of the race since Verstappen's almost 3 seconds ahead now. DRS is enabled now. DRS is enabled. This might change everything. Hamilton now losing DRS pretty much of Hamilton. Piastri losing DRS of Hamilton as well. Norris needs to nail it to get Hamilton to stay behind for the DRS zone. That's everyone with DRS. Back to Stroll. Lando needs some Alonso defense. Yeah, he does. Okay, let's see what's the penalty, the investigation, sorry, about leaving the track, gaining an advantage. He needs to give me back the fucking position now, says Gasly. Yeah, keep it. Yeah, we on it, mate. Keep it calm. The thing is, yeah, they're saying that Stroll managed to get the move to stick because he went off wide. Yeah, he needs to give that position back, I think. He's gonna have to give that position back, definitely. Alonso's just lost the DRS of George Russell. Alonso's just lost the DRS. Yeah, that may be a problem. With 10 laps to go, he's got Perez and the Ferrari behind him. Yeah, I don't think I think he's in for a tricky one. I think he's in for a tricky last 10 laps. No, Hamilton will lose that soft fast because he pushes too much. ARHLAI says. 0.6 of a second, the gap between Hamilton and Norris up ahead. Yeah, he'll have to watch those tires, but I think he can manage to make them last to the end. Oh, into turn 6, into turn 7. Is Hamilton gonna go for it again? It doesn't really feel good, this tire, Verstappen says. Not liking the soft compound tire that they put him on, but still, he's 3.1 seconds ahead. Stroll is now in his final track limits goal. Oof, that would be very bad with the field as it is now. Norris right now, P2. 0.8 of a second, the gap between him and Hamilton. I hope it does not happen though. Whoa, World of Warcraft? What were you talking about? I think Lando's gonna crumble under pressure. Oh yeah. He tends to do that, yeah. Let's hope it doesn't happen. That's true. That's true. So far, he's been able to keep it clean this whole race, but this is the first time he's had pressure from behind. The safety car ruined McLaren's race. I don't think it ruined McLaren's race. I mean, it's a bit trickier now, and Piastri's out of the podium, but Norris is still in P2, which is great. No further action for Stroll and Gasly. So Stroll keeps to keep that position. Gets to keep that position, Stroll. As he is right now, Stroll behind Leclerc. Oof. Alonso and Hamilton are the big winners. Yeah, they definitely are the big winners of the safety car. Black and white flag for Stroll, 4 track limits. Next one's the penalty. Russell lost the place. Yeah, Russell lost the place. Russell lost Hamilton. Lost 2. Yeah, Hamilton went up 2 places. Hamilton went up like in front of the Ferraris. Oh, that's side by side around the inside for Checo Perez. No, a messy move there. A messy move, but he gets it done into the final straight. And that leaves the door open for the Williams as well. The Williams gets past. That's the Williams past Carlos Sainz. Oh, wow. That's Charles Leclerc also almost getting past. Yeah, around the outside. Carlos Sainz, he's losing positions left and right. He lost another place to his teammate. And now Lance Stroll. Lance Stroll is just on the back of them. Is he going to be able to keep that, to regain the pace? Yeah, okay, so Carlos Sainz trying to regain that position right now. Oh, around the outside goes the Alpine of Pierre Gasly, re-overtakes Lance Stroll. That's a great move. And right now, he's side by side with Carlos Sainz. Oh my god, that's such a good race for the bottom of the points. P10. Carlos Sainz on the hard, remember. Has got Gasly and Stroll both on the soft on his tail. 7 laps until driver of the day voting closes, so guys, get your votes in. Oof. And I think that's pretty much going to be it. We are now seeing the Aston Martin closing on the Alpine, though. The Aston Martin is getting closer and closer to Gasly. He may go for an overtake here. The starts finish straight once again. Oh my god, that Alpine almost crashed into the back of Carlos Sainz. So close, those two. 1/10 of a second at most going into turn 17. Sargent has joined the chat. Yeah, Sargent has joined the chat indeed. He's right now on the back of Lance Stroll. P12 for Stroll, P13 for Sargent. Is Stroll losing? I think Stroll is losing ground there. I think Stroll may be losing ground. A tear-off flies off for Carlos Sainz. He'll be lucky to get a P10 here. He'll be lucky to get a P10. I say that because that's Gasly around the outside through turn 7. He gets the move done. Carlos Sainz tries to get him back. Side by side, they go into turn 9. Oh, and he gets him back. Carlos Sainz back up into 9th place. Yeah, Lando Norris pulling a bigger and bigger gap to Lewis Hamilton. So it was indeed the right call for the McLarens to go onto the hards. They are holding those positions. So let's see, we're now looking at Sergio Perez, who's behind of Alonso, 0.3 of a second, the gap between the two. The battle is for 6th place. Oh, that's Gasly. I think Gasly's out. Yeah, Gasly was, I think Gasly's out of the race. There's a problem with the steering. I think he touched the wall or something, and that's a steering arm broken. He cannot keep the car together, and unfortunately for Gasly, My God, he was up into 10th place. A great battle, and I think he's gonna limp the car home. Double DNF for Alpine. That's definitely not what Safnauer wanted, but oh well, that's just racing, I guess. So such a shame for Gasly. Alonso defending still from Checo Perez. Gasly broken suspension. I think it's broken steering. Sad day for Alpine. Yeah, definitely. Alonso no DRS. Let's see, lap 56 of 52. DRS open for Perez right now. Oh, and is he going around the inside? Yeah, that's Checo Perez going around the inside and gets that position from Alonso. Drops down to 7th place. Albon, P8, ahead of both of the Ferraris. This amount of points for one of the back midfield teams is just huge. That's literally a game changer. I mean, with these points, Williams would move up into 7th place. That's ahead of Alfa Romeo and ahead of Haas. Would make up 2 places. Okay, so what happened? They're going wheel to wheel with Stroll. So they're in their investigation for causing a collision. Let's see. So Stroll gets a late braking, and Stroll pushes him out of the track. I don't really know. Gasly, sorry, pushes Stroll out of the track, and then Stroll got him back. I don't really know what's the battle there. What's gonna happen there? Who was at blame? It's a bit of a touch. Stroll went really wide. I honestly have no say in this one. Oh, Hamilton's tires are gone. Hamilton's tires are gone. That may be good for Piastri. He has 5 laps to get the job done. Piastri may get that place back. Hamilton's tires are cooked. Oh, man. Yeah, the gap is widening. From Norris to Hamilton's now 2 seconds. Piastri is 1.6 behind Lewis Hamilton. As Alonso is getting chased by Albon. He's getting chased by Albon. Albon may be in for an overtake on the Aston Martin. The Williams on the Aston Martin. Insane. 0.7 of a second, the gap between the two. 0.8. Oh, Alonso just regained DRS from Checo Perez. Just lost it again. He needs to keep the gap if he wants to stay ahead. Leclerc Sainz also threatening for an overtake at the back. Russell, black and white flag. Black and white flag for Russell. One more exceedance of track limits, and that's a penalty. Right now, that would put him behind Alonso. Is that Shakira? That might be Shakira. Yeah, that's Shakira. .6 the gap between Hamilton and Norris now. So Hamilton is keeping that gap for now, at least. Right now, we're looking at Albon getting closer. Oh no. Oh no. Opening the gap, sorry, to Alonso. Okay. Getting closer to our soul hero in his soul mobile. Yeah, baby. They're about to strike. They're gonna get him. Smash. If you know that song, you're just an absolute legend. It's a pretty kind of obscure song, but it's one of the best of all time. Did Shakira run, guys? Yeah, Shakira was there. Black and white flag for Norris for track limits as well. So Norris, okay, this is it for Norris. A few laps ago, he got the third. Sorry, the final warning, and now it's the black and white flag, and after this, it's gonna get the penalty. Oh, baby, when you talk like that, no, that's. Oh, yeah, that's Shakira. Okay, we get it. Stop it with the spam. We got it. That's, yeah, okay. So 3 laps to go. They want to give the podium to Lewis no matter what. What? Who wants to give the podium? No, he's won it. He's done a better strategy, and he's right now holding off with cooked tires. Leclerc's now very close to make a move on Albon, and Albon is not as close, but still quite close to Alonso with the RS right now. Alonso, can he hold on to 7th place at least? Because if he loses 1 place, that's gonna go like Carlos Sainz. He's gonna start losing him left and right. 2 laps to go. No, Albono, it's a time for you to cook. Okay, so Stroll, 5-second penalty for exceeding track limits. Okay, we're gonna start getting... Oh, no, for causing a collision. But that was dismissed. Oh, no, for... okay, so the overtake was dismissed. Okay, so 5-second penalty for causing a collision. That's Stroll. Yeah, right now, as things stand, it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4... That's gonna be down to P14 for Stroll. That's so, I mean, who would have thought a few races ago that Alonso would be defending from Williams and losing? Too little for that collision, says Luis Guieiras. But the thing is, they were not in the points. So yeah. Sargent is still not going to gain enough for 1 point. 12th place. Yeah, no, up a place, but unless Leclerc or Sainz get a penalty, Jose Martinez is not gonna get his way. Okay. 2 laps to go now. I'll take points for Checo any time of the day, Jose says. Checo's up into 6th place. Doesn't seem to be able to catch Russell with the remaining 2 laps. 1.5 laps now, sorry. Let's go on board with Alex Albon. DRS around the back straight. Yeah, I don't think that's enough speed right there. Oh, Waxmano says, yes, Checo is my driver of the day. Well, my driver of the day, I think is Oscar Piastri, honestly. I think it's Oscar Piastri, but if not, it's Lando Norris, my driver of the day. 0.3 of a second, the gap between Alonso and Albon and Leclerc. Well, 0.6 in total. Damn. Okay, start, finish straight. Let's see if Alonso can just push out the ERS, squeeze it out at the start the final lap of this race. Hamilton says he's got no rear left. Oh, and that's Leclerc attacking Albon. That's Leclerc attacking Albon. Albon fell off a little bit, trying to take a defensive line. DRS open for them both. Charles Leclerc going around the inside into turn 6. Is it going to be enough? Leclerc, not enough. Is he going to go for something into turn 7? Turn 7 has been the place where the overtakes happen so far this track. But no, nothing happened here. And I think this may be it there. That may have been it. Let's see, the British Grand Prix for Max Verstappen may be right now already a thing. Final 2 corners for him. And across the line he comes. Max Verstappen wins the British Grand Prix again. That's Lando Norris across the line, second place. Holy shit, that's great. That's Hamilton in third place. Piastri comes home in fourth. Then it's Russell P5, Checo P6. Alonso manages to hold on to seventh place. Albon P8. That's Leclerc P9 and Sainz P10. Max Verstappen gets the extra point for the fastest lap, and that's a P2 for Lando Norris. That's a P2 for McLaren and a P4 for him. Absolutely amazing. Great result, great package for McLaren. What a weekend, what a race. Whew. Hope you guys enjoyed. I know sure as hell I did. Make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed the stream. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Yeah, what a race that was. P8 for Albon. That's up 2 places in the Constructors' Championship. And let's see. That's up 1 place in the Drivers' Championship. Pierre Gasly still not gaining any points, but still P16 to Albon's 16 points to Albon's 7 points. So that's, I don't think, enough to make a difference. But yeah, okay. Max Verstappen wins the British Grand Prix. The podium is completed by Lando Norris and Lewis Hamilton. Wow. Good race. Good race. Yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed. Once again, make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel. And yeah, we will see you next time for the Hungarian Grand Prix. And yeah, that's gonna be it for me. Goodbye. Thank you guys.
Bye.